Welcome to LFC Transfer HQ, your ultimate source for all things Liverpool FC transfers. Like and subscribe for more football updates. Our first news is Benjamin Sesko makes crucial transfer decision to impact Liverpool's Alexander Isak chase. Benjamin Sesko has reportedly given the green light to Newcastle United over a summer transfer, which could pave the way for Liverpool to make a second bid for Alexander Isak. RB Leipzig forward Benjamin Sesko has snubbed Manchester United and is keen to join Newcastle United. That's according to Dello, who claims Sesko has analysed both Premier League proposals and favours a move to Newcastle this summer. The news comes just hours after Liverpool saw a $146 million offer for Alexander Isak rejected by Newcastle. Newcastle has clarified that Isak is not for sale, but would only consider allowing a deal if its $197 million valuation was met. After losing out on Hugo Ekitike to Liverpool, Newcastle has also stated that a replacement for Isak would need to be finalised before allowing him to leave. Sesko, 22, is seen as one of the brightest young talents in world soccer and has been heavily monitored by Europe's top clubs. Newcastle and United are considered the front-runners to sign him this summer, but Sesko prefers a move to the League Cup champions. The Slovenian forward joined Leipzig from Salzburg in 2022 for a fee of $28 million. Leipzig is understood to require a fee of $87 million to sanction a transfer this summer, with add-ons and a sell-on clause also integral to a potential sale. Earlier this window, Newcastle attempted to sign Ekitike from Eintracht Frankfurt and planned to play him alongside Isak. However, Liverpool hijacked the move and then tried to prize Isak away from Newcastle. After weeks of speculation, Liverpool submitted an official bid for Isak worth $146 million on Friday. Newcastle instantly rejected the offer, and Liverpool opted to withdraw its interest. A second bid was thought to be pointless due to Newcastle's firm stance, which hasn't changed since Liverpool's interest was first reported. However, Newcastle's stance could change if a replacement striker is signed, and Sesko is keen on the move. It's been a very active summer for Liverpool, which has signed Ekitike, Florian Wirtz, Jeremy Frimpong, Milos Kerkez, and Armin Pexi. Approximately $325 million has been spent by Liverpool this summer, meaning that departures have also been crucial to balance the books. After weeks of speculation, Liverpool submitted an official bid for Isak worth $146 million on Friday. Newcastle instantly rejected the offer, and Liverpool opted to withdraw its interest. A second bid was thought to be pointless due to Newcastle's firm stance, which hasn't changed since Liverpool's interest was first reported. However, Newcastle's stance could change if a replacement striker is signed, and Sesko is keen on the move. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our second news is shades of Suarez. Liverpool can forget Isak by signing world's best CF. When Liverpool signed Hugo Ekitike from Eintracht Frankfurt this summer, Arne Slot welcomed a superstar in the making to his ranks. Aged 23, the Frenchman was described by analyst Ben Maddinson as being one of the best strikers out there after his 22-goal and 12-assist campaign, compelling FSG to fork out £79 million in July. However, the name on everyone's lips still belongs to Newcastle United superstar Alexander Isak. The Premier League's most complete number 9 informed his club that he wishes to explore a move to Merseyside this summer, having opted against going on the Toons pre-season tour. But will he sign for the Premier League champions? Liverpool chasing new striker. Liverpool submitted their first official bid for Isak on Friday morning, but Newcastle swiftly knocked it back. Since then, there have been conflicting reports about what comes next, but reporter Ben Jacobs believes the Reds may not return at all over the coming month. This is in keeping with the narrative. Don't stress. Isak will only leave St James' Park this summer if the Magpies find themselves a suitable replacement, and that's hardly a certainty. Should Liverpool fail to secure their quarry, FSG might instead be tempted to target Atletico Madrid's Julian Alvarez, who has been a top target at Anfield over the past few months. Manchester United have also shown an interest in the former Manchester City star, who, like Isak, would cost a record sum to bring back to the Premier League. Atletico are looking for something in the region of £125 million. How Julian Alvarez would fit in at Liverpool. Liverpool might have thought that Darwin Núñez would be the heir to his countryman Luis Suárez's long-vacated throne at Anfield, but it wasn't to be. Instead, Alvarez could be the man. The South American has a wealth of experience in the Premier League under Pep Guardiola's wing, where he became rich with titles, but having transferred to Atletico Madrid in La Liga 1 year ago in an £81.5 million package, Alvarez has discovered a new level of prolific quality, scoring 29 goals and providing 8 assists across 57 matches in all competitions. As per FBref, he ranked among the top 15% of positional peers across Europe last term for goals scored, and the top 6% for passes attempted, shot-creating actions and progressive carries per 90. This blend of creativity, control and strength underscores his potential as a Suarez-esque forward at Liverpool. Alvarez's positional fluidity, moreover, aligns with what Slot and sporting director Richard Hughes are looking for, a dynamic forward with the capacity to work with or cover for Ekatike, who is versatile in his own right. His quiet power and physicality suggest he could become a striker for Liverpool who is every bit as good and unforgettable as Suarez, who is one of the greatest goal scorers of his generation. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our last news is Sean Dyche says Liverpool have made a bid to sign fantastic player as Alexander Isak. Verdict given. Newcastle United have rejected a bid from Liverpool for striker Alexander Isak. Sean Dyche has suggested that Alexander Isak could have handled his situation better amid Liverpool's transfer interest. The Reds have officially submitted a bid for the Newcastle United striker of £110 million. It has been rejected and the Premier League champions are not expected to make another offer. Isak is keen on a move to Anfield, having been omitted from Newcastle's pre-season tour of Asia. Rather than training on Tyneside, he has instead been undergoing work at his former club Real Sociedad in northern Spain. The Magpies are understandably reluctant to lose their talisman, who scored 27 goals last season. Newcastle won their first trophy in 70 years when beating Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final, with Isak on target at Wembley, and qualified for the Champions League. Speaking on TalkSport, Dyche admitted that it is a difficult situation for Newcastle but suggested that the Sweden international could be impacted mentally and lose his edge if he stays at St James Park. The former Everton and Burnley manager said, "Really tough. Everyone has known for years that player power is growing and growing. The player has been brought in for a lot of money, he has done a fantastic job. He's scored 54 goals in 86 appearances, that is a lot for someone who is new to the Premier League. If that is the fact, that is a lot of money, but it takes a big club, which Newcastle are, to turn that down. But you have got the player angle, we don't know how the players feel about it. It's alright saying these clubs should be keeping the players, it's not easy if the player is going to down tools, mentally not physically, if the player is going to lose their edge, what happens to their value goes down. It's very difficult for clubs to keep these players. Then players say what about a new contract, but if his mind is set not on a new contract and it's Liverpool he wants, where is the line? It's a mixture of everything. Even at these superpower clubs, personal finance changes. I know everyone can argue players get massive amounts of money, and they do generally, but they bring in massive amounts as well and sometimes individually with shirt sales. It's their right to earn. There's talk about a salary cap, but why when they bring a lot of money? Fees go up and salaries follow. There is a football component. Newcastle are a very good club and Eddie has done a brilliant job, but Liverpool, with the history and depth and winning the league, they're competitive in all major competitions, it's hard on all the levels. Thanks for watching. That's all for today's transfer update. But the transfer window never sleeps, and neither do we. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the latest Liverpool FC transfer news, rumors, and confirmed deals.